This customer bought in their Honda CBR600RR 2003 because they're experiencing some odd issues. The front brakes feel off and there's smoke coming from the engine bay, and it's got a strange smell when they ride. I'm about to dive in and see if we can get to the bottom of what's really going on. And I can tell you that this bike has a few more major issues that have gone unnoticed. I'm bringing you along with me on this journey so you can discover what's going on with this bike as I do. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today you'll see that I've got a new bike in the garage. I have a Motor Gymkhana bike and here it is. It is a CBR600. You probably can see that it is pretty kitted out. It's got a fair few mods on it. It's got a cage. It's got high-rise handlebars. It's been cut out here. A friend of mine owns this. You probably already know him. He has been on the channel a few times now. His name is Tony Karim. I'll just put his channel up here so you can see it. Go and check him out. Let's talk about this bike. So this bike was given to me to look at by Tony, and he's come up with a couple of issues for me. He's saying there's something wrong with the front brakes, they're making a knocking sound or something, and he's also saying that when it warms up that there's smoke coming from the front, like it's water vapour or something. So we're going to take a look at that. But first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this bike, I'm going to get my helmet on, I'm going to take it out and I'm going to test ride it, see if I can replicate his faults and see what's going on. So I'll see you back in a minute to work on this bike. I took the bike out, I did replicate the issues. There is a little bit of like noise coming from one of the calipers at the front here. It's kind of grabbing and not grabbing. I did see a smell, sort of like some burning from the front, and I saw some white smoke just ever so slightly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by taking off this cage and getting all the fairings off, starting the bike back up, getting it to temperature, and just see where I can see that smoke coming from. That's the first thing I'm going to do before I even decide to go near the brakes, because Tony would like this back in a couple of days time, and he said he would prefer to have the engine sound first before anything else. Let's get them off and get right to it. That came off a lot easier than I thought. Okay, that should have been done up a little bit tighter. This, I believe, will be mounted to an engine mount. You know what I haven't got? My magnet tray. I need to get my magnet tray. This was from one of my followers. Steve, thank you mate. You know I love little trays. Now I need to do this one just here. Oi. Teflon spacer there. I would like to have seen a stainless steel or an aluminium one at least, but anyway. This is going to be just one of many problems that I find on this bike. I have a feeling the reason this is loose is because of those plastic bushes in there, because they're not steel or aluminium. I have a feeling that when this has been tightened, obviously, you know, it squashes, and if this engine's heating up, and at Motor Gymkhana this engine will be literally put through its paces and overheat's the wrong word, but it would be at extreme temperatures, and I think that maybe the plastic shrinks a little, and I don't know if you just saw that. What the hell? Yeah, that was loose. What the hell? Ah! Is that because... Ah! Right, I know why that was loose, and I will remember that. That is very good. I thought there was like, an oh no moment, you know? It wasn't, no. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. I will try and get you in there. So I need to hold that nut. Something else fell. Let's have a look. What fell? Metal spacer. See that moving? That shouldn't be moving. There is, if you can see it, a little nut there. That needs to be tightened up to squash this in place. Nice and sturdy this is. Weighs quite a bit. Definitely some good steel there. It's got to be good steel if this bike is going to be put through its paces and put on its side quite often. It's quite a nice little bike. I like it. I had a go on a blue one. I can't remember the guy's name. Lovely chap when I went to Motor Gymkhana. And there was a blue one there. And I took my XR going around. And he goes, hey, can I have a go on your XR? And you jump on my Moto Gymkhana bike. I was like, yeah, okay. Mate, I just shot off on it. I was like, wow, this is built for this. I had a right laugh. I had to get off it because I was thinking, oh, I'm just going to drop it in a minute. I'm going faster and faster. This is risky. But thinking about it now, it was designed to be dropped. Whoever you are, if you're following my channel and it was you that lent me the bike, thank you. That was fun. I'd like to come again and have another go. Well, whilst editing, I remembered who it was, and here he is. It's Vladimir. He does beef therapy, and it's very, very interesting. He's a very interesting guy too. Just like to say a quick hello, Vlad, and you've made it into my video. Right, now for the other side, and then I'll inspect and look at everything. Not going to bother right now. I could be here for days just looking at one bit. You will see that anyone that hasn't got a sponsor has to fund everything themselves. The bikes are always a little bit tatty, you know, even race bikes, this Motor Gymkhana bike, they're always tatty because they're always being dropped, and it'll be just a constant replacing part. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. You track riders out there, tell me, how many of you track riders have dropped your bikes again and again, and you go, do you know what, it's battle damage, we kind of just leave it now. Need to take this off and get to this so I can see how much coolant is in the radiator and in the system. Just having a little check around. I must say, it does look cleaner around this area, and I can see little spots, little glossy spots. I'm hoping that that is the problem and that's it, because that would be an easy quick fix. How much fluid do we have? Okay, I'll show you this. I'll show you this. Not this, but I'll show you how much fluid is left. There is fluid in there, but it's not to the top. There is quite a bit of an air gap there, so I'm going to put some water in there, and in fact I'll use my drinking water. I'm going to put my water in, fill it up, so I want coolant to be in there. Is everything good? Neutral? Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Oh, let's open this up. So just here, you see some coolant leaking out. I can see a lot more pink stuff in there as well. That looks quite wet and new. Tony, I've just told him where we're at, and he said, look, just go ahead, get it sorted, order the parts. So I'm going to order the hoses. I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to carry on because he also wants me to look at the front brakes because apparently they're deadly. Apparently it's a bit weird for 15 minutes and then something else happens. I'm not totally clear on what he's saying. He's at work at the moment. He's just messaging me. When I took it for a ride, I couldn't really replicate what he was saying, but I haven't got 100% confidence in these brakes anyway. So I'm going to take a look at these brakes because there is something up with them. They are a little bit inconsistent, especially from when they're cold to warm. I know some pads you have to run when they're hot, but he's got exactly the same pads as what I run in my XR. It doesn't act the same way. So there's something wrong with this braking system. I think the caliper on the left hand side has maybe got a faulty dust seal or something. So we'll take a look at that because I think it's binding a little bit. There's a lot of gunk in these channels. So later on I'll show you how to clear that. So I will spend time and clear them because that does have an effect on the bike. Being that this is a motor gym kind of bike, the brakes themselves actually do go through a lot. You could just feel, oh no, why do people do this? Why? Why? Copper slip on brakes on a part that shouldn't just slide out. People, don't do this, okay? And if you're going to be boiling your pads all the time as well, don't put them on the back of the pads, just put them in dry. If you're doing track days or if you're like riding heavily quite a lot, especially with this Motor Gymkhana bike, look how greasy and slippery that is. Normally it's a little bit thick, but it's gone really watery. That's because the amount of burning that this has had, it's like really liquefied it. You don't want to do this. I can't express that enough. And especially on a part you don't want to come out is this whilst riding. Don't do it. I'm going to have to clean all these up. At the back of my mind go, oh, that came out a bit nice and easily. Yeah, don't do it. If it comes out easily for me, I've got to clean that up. I've got to clean in there now. Anyway, enough of my moaning. Why? Why though? Why? Ah, right. I can see straight away what the problem is. No! Kidding me! Right. Oh my god, guys. What can you or can you not see in there? Right? I'll give you a hint. Look at this side and look at the grooves, okay? That's bare minimum. Definitely needs changing. That side. Metal on metal. And I'll give you another hint. Just in here, where my thumb is, can you see that bulging? Yeah, can you see that little bulge? That's a seal gone. So I'm going to have to do a seal replacement on all of it. And change the pads.
Yep.
Thank you.
No worries, man. They should be dispatched today.
Okay. Thank you for your help.
Alright. Take care, man. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. I love Wiimoto. That's it for now. I'm waiting on the parts, and once they arrive, we'll jump back in, where you will see this bike has some real issues. And just so you know, even though we switched bikes for this episode, this is not the end of the GS build series. We've got big things coming. So make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you next time. You ride safe, and goodbye for now.